What's up guys and welcome back to another replay cast. Today's game is Flash versus Hero. So a Zerg versus Terran for you. We are on Radeon for today's game. This is a practice match that was played in November 2024. So a little while ago, Flash was still on his sort of comeback climb, getting back into the game. Still using his Flash Wicked Man alias. And Hero is Hero, man. Just consistently brilliant Zerg player. One of the players that Artosis said could potentially take Flash down in ASL. So I don't know where ASL 21 will be when this video comes out. I'm quite strategic with my releases of videos. So if it's relevant for the purposes of ASL, I'll be releasing it sooner. So I'll fast track the release of the videos. I did that, for example, when I saw the ASL 16 draw. And I saw Jaedong, Bisu, and Flash were all in the same group. So I released a best of 3 between Flash and Jaedong, followed by a best of 5 between Flash and Bisu, all back to back, right? So just trying to get people in the mood for these games by showing some of the historical matches these players have played. Flash and Hero is considered a worthwhile rivalry. Hero is considered to be a bit of a threat to Flash, so it made sense for me to pull out this game, and we will see how everything plays out. I actually didn't even check the draw to see where Hero is. I'm hoping he's still in, but even if he isn't, it is a very good match for these two. So regardless of the context of ASL, a commenter on my video said to me the other day, Rabbit, Broodwar is timeless. So as long as you produce great games, nobody will have any worries in the world. Very wise and very true. So we had a 9 hatch here, followed then by I think it was definitely an earlier hatch than 12. It was a bit of a modified build. I wasn't looking at the exact times. It could well have just been an 11-10 or a 12-11-10, and I was just not paying proper attention. But nonetheless, it was hatch first. The exact number of the hatch is potentially questionable. And Flash doesn't give a shit. He's just bunker rushing him. Oh, this is awesome. Let's go. Let's go. We don't even have time to plug the channel, guys. Thank you for helping me reach 1,000 subs. Please hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Please subscribe if you see yourself watching more. Got to fit them all in now quickly. Okay, done. And now we're going to carry on with the game, which is Flash being an absolute maniac here, deciding, well, I'm just going to rush your hatchery first. Flash didn't do anything particularly special. He just did a forward racks. He's expanding behind this pressure. And he's like, yeah, man, I like this plan. Hero's decided to run past the bunker. I don't know what Flash cancelled there. I think it was potentially the second bunker that would have been in range of the hatchery. Now, Hero's plan is to counterattack. Okay. This little hole here isn't going to not quite be linked tight, I don't think. But Hero identifying he's not going to get much done. There's 2 Marines in this bunker at the moment. Lair is on the way. We don't have money for a Spire as of yet. Making 5 drones. So Hero's just trying to normalize here as much as possible. Deciding to dive on the bunker from both sides, and that should get the job done. The question is, how much did Flash actually achieve with this? He's got 22 workers, Hero's got 17. Spire is now on the way. Mutalisk harassment will probably shortly follow. And we have our gas. Where's our academy? There it is. Okay, so we're going to get some kind of marine medic follow-up from Flash. I feel because he's got non-stop units, he's going to try and use the lings that he forced out to create a window for him to maybe push before the mutas arrive. But I don't think he's going to have much time. It's definitely not upgrade timing. He's now getting his eBay, so he's obviously planning and expecting to need to throw down turrets and do all the normal things you'd expect to see in a Zerg vs Terran. And our Spire finishes, and immediately we pop out 6 lings. Flash just scans what's in front of him. Sees just a few lings and decides that's all good. I'm happy to lift off. Bunker up. Turret's on the way. It's all looking very crispy lettuce if you're a Flash fan. Now up to 7 in the stack. Some lings as well. Seem to think it was a good idea to try and storm down the barn door there. I'm not saying I'm all that convinced that that's a good idea. You can get him behind the mineral line here, Radiant, quite annoyingly. He does pick up a couple of probes, so that was good. Expanding here to a third base location behind the Mutalisk harassment, which is very normal. And somehow Hero is behind in supply. Actually, that's normal. I'm being a total potato. It's actually not that far behind in supply, though. You'd expect Terran to have a little bit more of a lead. So it's difficult to tell what, if any, damage that Bunker Rush did. I love your thoughts on that in the comments. Is that worthwhile? Was it a bit of a fail? Did it need to do more damage? Alright, so our stack is growing. As is our mutable. Oh, it just dives on top of all 3 of these turrets. Oh no! Just takes a few bruises, picks up a few medic. A free medic. Another free medic. Does lose 1 meter. I wonder how the maths works out. Is trading medics... How much more valuable is trading a medic than a marine? Oh, very nice interaction there between the lings and the mutas. Definitely making these trades more viable. I think Hero's going to dive in here. And now supplies are pretty much dead even. The one thing I will say is that Hero's drone count is very, very low. So it's predominantly army. Scan does see, well, Flash does scan and see the third base location. Picking up some more Marines, picking up this turret. Somewhat unrelenting pressure here. Frank the Firebird seems to be on a mission. Where are you going, Frank? By the way, we have +1 attack now on our bio army. Go, Frank! Frank is running like he's on something special, bro. He does get himself 2 drones for his effort. Good job, Frank! I hope that gives your family comfort at night, knowing that you sacrificed yourself for the sake of killing 2 drones. Plan does scan the bases and sees the tech. Evo chamber, hive on the way. So it knows that it's a tech tree advancement from Hero with a very low drone count. So that should buy Flash some time now to get his tech up. He's got a lot of turrets. Holy crap. So many turrets been forced out here. First science vessel on the way, so Irradiate should be incoming soon. We can see it's being researched. Along with another upgrade on our infantry units, which are unclickable at the moment. There we go. +1 at the moment. So we're going to have 1-1. Taking a lot of bruising on our Mudas. Mudas don't even have carapace, bro. We're getting standard carapace. Scans the space again. Sees the Queen's Nest, sees the Hydra Den. Oh, that's the end of those. See you later! Flash seems to have intentions to pressure this third base position. And Hero's getting Defiler Tech, Lurkers, pretty much all the tools you would want as a Zerg to try and hold this off. Scanning to see what he's up against. Here we go. You hear the units coming through the Nidus. He does scan before he arrives. Throws down an irradiate on one of the Loikers. She's like, the upgrades on the eBay take forever. So Flash decides, nope, that's not a good idea. I'm not going to do that now. Or is he? Bum bum bum. There are times when Zerg just looks so fragile, and there's other times when Zerg just looks so invincible. Just really depends who the Terran is. Alright, we've got some Mood still uninhibited here. We have scanned to see the natural. Looks like Flash is splitting his forces in two, and this is really going to tax the APM of the players and the casters. Seems keen to move in on this. A third dimension to kind of sandwich. You can kind of see here, he's got this. He's got this now, which he's diving on, trying to talk down these dropships, and he's gonna get both of them. No! They're empty anyway. That's funny. Picks off a Muda there, now he loads it up, and then he gets picked off after it's loaded up. Oh no! So sad! Oh my god. Gets himself a science vessel as well. The hero doesn't have a lot of supply though. Don't know how he holds this. Is it enthusiastically maybe the right answer? Let's see. So gathering all his forces up together here. Scans the natural. So this seems to be where he wants to go for it. Still got his units kind of split up everywhere, does Flash. Another base being taken by Hero behind this. Flash will say, oh, he has this floating science vessel. Still just two basing. Just lands his third now. Just cleared off the final couple of lings that were there. So 1-1 has finally arrived. Now we're double upgrading to get to 2-2. And then we're going to have some seriously strong units. Alright, so we're moving in. Are we going to move in on two fronts or just one is the question. There's a vessel if we're not careful. Nope, does hold on to it. It's the most patient build up from Flash I've ever seen, and it's so split. So here we go, we do our drop. Throws down a D-Matrix on the fire bat, bro. Are you serious? Who's got time for that? Moving his units that are on the other side of the map across, so supporting this engagement. Doing another little drop here. Ultras have arrived. And they're going to tidy up here pretty nicely, I think. Although they're making somewhat heavy weather of those medics. So he's dumped out his units back on the other side again. And he's decided, alright, well, I don't mind that you plague my vessels. We're going to do it this time over there. So we're going to drop and plague, send our plagued vessels, irradiate our own vessels to try and kill drones, which we'll keep an eye on over here. Oh my god, the drone massacre, bro! Oh, killer. And he drops the marines in here as well. Oh, what a patient, methodical build-up and execution that was. Absolutely clinical play from the goat. Still has his units here as spares, you know. Yep, guys, just let us know if you need us, just in case. And Hero does a very decent job in tidying that up. And still got 35 drones. So I think Flash wants to now consolidate another round of forces. Potentially look at taking a fourth base, I'm not sure. It's floating a little bit of money. I've noticed that is one tiny chink in Flash's armor. When he gets very, very busy, he does float a little bit of money. He doesn't have absolutely perfect macro. That was a very nice plague. He hit a lot of units with it. Never, ever write off Hero, guys. Like, he's just so resilient. It's so good at this kind of crap. Ultras are waiting, so he just turns those dropships around in a flash. Pun intended. Okay, so we are 2-2, soon to become 3-3, so we're getting all max upgrades on our bio. Our drop ships are full of stuff, which you would expect. Our lings are unclickable, 2-1, a +2 carapace. And we are scanning the army. And this is the scary, scary flashball coming forward. Rated Ultra that's on sleep mode. Lings could come in here and be painful because I don't think Flash has anything protecting here. Keep an eye on that. Oh, these lurkers are getting so much done. So as expected, does force a lift off here. The Flash is going for it, and look at the amount of damage these lurkers are getting on these marines. Holy crap. Very, very strong. Cracklings coming in here. Ultras chasing these guys down. Flash is going to have to retreat. The beautiful plague on a fair chunk, at least half of these units. Flash still decides to press forward though. And those medics are going to be toasted. Toasted medics with extra cheese. Is he going to do this trick with the damn science vessels again? He sure is. Oh, he burrows! So well done. Even though they're detectors, the burrow actually works there. That's insane. Very cool. Alright, so our ultras are altering. And he's going to do it, guys. I'm not even kidding you. Hero is going to look like he's being absolutely massacred. He's going to hold on, turn the tide, and win. And this is why he is such a threat to Flash and all the good Terrans in any competition. Never write this man off as the dark horse, guys. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Do realize I very boldly made a prediction, so now if I'm wrong, I'm going to look like a potato with extra cheese on. There's play good here though, sorry about that. The down cursor on the mouse just went spec air. And this is his final throw of the dice. And look at the amount of lurker spines here. Holy crap! Holy crap! Oh, he just got wrecked! Wrecked from pillar to post. And this base is just getting absolutely mutilated. Chasing these medics as well. Come back, medics! I will get you! Guys, I'm not kidding you. Hero is good. And some of these Zergs, I mean, ASL is just flooded with Zergs. It's pretty much, well, actually that's not true. It's flooded with Terrans. But there are some really, really good Zergs there. Hero is one of them. And if there's anybody that's going to take Flash down in ASL, it might be Hero. If they don't clash, if Hero gets knocked out by somebody else, or Flash doesn't make it, then so be it. But if there was anyone to just showcase as a good rival of Flash, even if we forget about ASL 21 and we just think about a player that constantly gives Flash grief and uphill, Hero is one of them, and he's one of the best Zerg versus Terran players in the world. This was an insane game. I knew it was going to be good because Hero is just so good against Terrans. I'm so glad that I brought this to you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, take it easy. Bye bye.